Okay, we will study chapter number 1 today. The topic for us today is teamwork and competition. Now, first of all, look at the leading part. Now, I would like you to look at the pictures and answer the following questions. Now, look at the picture carefully. So, what kinds of team are they? And can you be on a team in business? And so, how are business teams the same as sport teams? So, in picture 1, it is sport team or business team. Now, look at again the picture again. So, in picture number 1 is a business team. And number 2 is the sport team. So, can you be on a team in business? And now, how are business teams the same as sport teams? Okay, the next one I would like you to think about this proverb. 2 heads are better than 1. Yeah, so what do you think about this proverb? Do you agree with this? And what does this proverb mean? So it means that, 2 people can achieve more than 1 person working alone. In Vietnamese, we can use the proverb for this. Một cây làm chẳng nên non, 3 cây chùm lại nên hòn núi cao. And now, work in your group and find out the pros and cons of being on a team. Pros, it means advantages, and cons, it means disadvantages. Những lợi điểm và bất lợi điểm. Thuận lợi and bất thuận lợi. And now, in the next part, I would like you to look at the man in the picture and find out who is he and give us some information about him. Now, he is David Beckham. He's from England. He's one of the most famous soccer players at the beginning of this millennium. He and his wife, Victoria Caroline Adam Beckham, spokesperson of the music group The Spirals, have 3 sons and a daughter. Buckley was born in 1999. Romeo was born in 2002. Cruz was born in 2005, and Harper, the last one, was born in 2012. In the selection, he just moved from England, where he had been playing for 10 years on the Manchester United soccer team, to Spain to play on the Real Madrid team. The Real Madrid team players have a nickname Galactico. It means galaxy in English, because almost every player on the team is a world star. And now, that's some information about him. And now we come to his autobiography. In part 1. The topic for us is Beckham, an autobiography. Now, first one, I would like you to get the meaning of some idiomatic expression and specialized terms. So, what is an idiomatic expression? It's a group of words that is different from the meaning of each individual word. Yes, it means thành ngữ. And specialized terms are the words associated with a particular area of knowledge. For example, it's sport terms or business terms. It means thuật ngữ. So, please, now the next activity, I would like you to find the synonym or paraphrase of the following words. Now, knock, zone, weak, clue, brace, twixt, a verb and also a noun, and now treat. So let's look at some explanation for the words. Now, knock is meant to hit something. I refer to the noise making when you hit something hard. Now, let's look at its example. Knock on the door. Yeah. And now, dấu is a particular area or place. Một khu vực hay một vùng nào đấy. Now, weak is moved to move rapidly in a brushing and whipping motion. And now, clue means that something that leads to the solution. For example, when someone or a detective try to solve a murder, he must find some clues. So clues means chứng cứ. And a brace, it is a device for keeping something firmly in place, such as a mental frame used to hold the pieces of a chair where it is being glued. Twist, it means to burn or to turn or to bend. So in the case it's a noun, it means something that has been turned or bent. And now drift, to be moved in one direction by a current as in a river or an ocean. So we have just find out the meanings of some word from the idiomatic expression. And now please find out the meaning of the following idiomatic expression from context. Now let's look at the instruction first. In the first reading, David Beckham and his co-author used a number of common idiomatic expressions. Now please read the sentences below from Beckham's autobiography and try to figure out the closest meaning for the underlying idiomatic expressions in each sentence. Now remember to use the hint below each sentence to help you. Now the first idiomatic expression, I took a knock or two. Now I took a knock or two during my first year in Merit. So remember that knock means to hit something, or it refers to the noise made when you hit something hard, so that knocking on the door. Yeah. So for someone to take a knock on two, what does it mean? To leave quickly and a lot of noise, to knock on many doors or asking for help, to have a hard time and to have problems, or to hit back at all the people who attack you. Took a knock or two. And now, second number 2, please. Now, with the standard set by the club, you could never say you were in a comfort zone at Manchester United. So remember that a zone means a particular area or space. So, to be in a comfort zone, what does it mean? Now, so, to feel safe and relaxed, to feel nervous and worried, to be in the right part of the city, or to be on the wrong side of the field. Now let's move to sentence number 3. Now I've been worked off to a new club in a new country. Weak means to move rapidly in a brushing or whipping motion, as in you are cooking and you whip the eggs with a special wire utensil. So to be whipped off means to brush yourself off and get ready for something new, to decide to leave everything behind and go far away, or to be told to accept a new position, and the last one, to be moved to a new place very quickly. Now, sentence number 4. We have the sentence, now I to being whipped off and didn't really have a clue what was coming next. Now find out the meaning of the word clue one more time. Yeah. When a detective tries to solve a murder, he or she looks for clue that will lead to solution. So not have a clue means, to feel positive about the future, to not know what to do, to understand life is always a mystery, or to search hard for the answer to a question. Now, have a look at sentence number 5. I would present myself for the challenge. Remember that a brace is a device for keeping something firmly in place, such as a mental frame used to hold the PC of a chair together while it is being glued, or a device for someone with a back problem to hold his or her back straight. So, now please find out the meaning of the word brace oneself. A. To stop thinking about the future. B. To stop thinking about the past. C. To find a way to escape. And D. To prepare for something unknown or difficult. Now, let's look at sentence number 6. I'm confident in my own ability, but that summer morning at the training ground, there were a little twists in the pits of my stomach. It felt as though I derived in miraculous something to prove. Now look at the hint. To twist means to turn or bend. So a twist is something that had been turned or bent. The pit here means the deep part. So you may imagine from the context of the phrase above to have a twist in the pit of one's stomach means to feel very sick after eating some bad food, to be in good shape and to have a strong stomach muscles, to feel very nervous and uncomfortable, and to be happy and feel confident. Number 7. Now, the next day, I didn't need to understand the articles to get the drift of the headlines. In this sentence, we have to find out the meaning of the word to get the drift. So remember, to drift means to be moved in one direction by current, as in a river or ocean, and get means to grab or to catch. So to get the drift of something means to understand the general idea, to understand completely, to change the meaning of something, or to read an article, a newspaper article. Now, let's move to question number 8. Look at the sentence. Almost from the get up, you could tell it was going to be our night. Now, have a look at the hint. That the use of our in as the expression implies belonging, meaning that the night will belong to our team. So, from the context, it was going to be our night means it was going to be late before the game would end. It was going to get dark very soon. We were going to lose that game, or everything was going to go well for us. Now, let's look at sentence number 9. We have the following sentence. I celebrated with a new set of teammates who already done everything they could make me feel at home. Now, look at the phrase feel at home. Look at the hint. People usually feel relaxed and at ease in their own homes. So, to make someone feel at home means to cause someone to think about the childhood, to have someone to feel comfortable, to force someone to think about returning home, or to influence someone to be good. Now, so look at the answer. Now, to or not or to is mean to have a hard time and to have problems. In a comfort zone, it means to be safe and relaxed. Wicked off, to be moved to a new place very quickly. Didn't really have clue, it means to not know what to do. Bracing myself, it means to prepare for something unknown or difficult. Twist in the pit of my stomach, it means to feel very nervous and uncomfortable. get the drift, to understand the general idea. Be our night means that everything was going to go well for us. And feel at home means to have someone to feel comfortable. So we have just find out the meaning of some idiomatic expression, and in the next one, I would like you to get the meaning of specialized terms from context. Now, please read the sentences and phrases from the reading in the column on the left, and please match the underlined phrases with the correct definition in the column on the right. Okay, so in the first sentence, you have to look at the sentence and find out the meaning of the phrase took me off. Number 2, get off. Number 3, the left wing. Number 4, cross it. Number 5, cut in. Number 6, go for goal. Number 7, miss out. Number 8, the near post. Number 9, goalkeeper. Number 10, touch. Number 11, chest it. And number 12, midfield. And now look at the definition on the right. A, hit the ball with my chest. B, hit when the player connects the ball in any way. C, get the ball across the field. D, move in front of other players. E, remove me from the game. F, the center of the player field. G, the left side of the field when facing the other team net. H, the player in charge of defending the net. E, the side of the net nearest to the player. J, the start of the game. K, to not reach. L, to try to put the ball in the net. So with sentence number 1, we have the definition here. Took me off, it means remove me from the game. Now find out the meaning of other phrases or business sport terms. So look at the answer. We have a take someone off, means to remove someone from the game. Get off, it means the start of the game. Left wing, the left side of the field when facing the other team net, and the opposite meaning is right wing. Cross it means get the ball across the field. Cut in, move in front of other player. Go forward means to try to put the ball in the net. To miss out, it means to not reach. The near post, the side of the net nearest to the player. The goalkeeper, what does it mean? It is the player in charge of defending the net. To touch, it means to hit when the player connects the ball in any way. Dress it means hit the ball with my chest. And midfield, it is the center of the playing field. Now let's move to the reading part. Now please read the text in your book, page 35, 36, and 37. Now, when you read, please finish the following exercise. Now look at the key event in the selection from Beckham's autobiography. Now read the sentence below about the event described by David Beckham in his autobiography. Then look through the reading to find the sequence in which they occur. Write the letter for the event in the chain of event diagram below in the order in which they appear in the story. Write one letter in each box. Using a graphic organizer of this time helps to organize and retain information. Now, so look at the key events. Now, A, Beckham played a great game at Bernabeu Stadium. B, public opinion seemed to be asking what Beckham is doing in Spain based on his poor performance so far. C, a friendly, it means a non-official game against the Valencia team at Mestalla Stadium goes fully for Beckham and his team. D. Beckham leaves England and arrives in Spain to work with the Real Madrid team. E. The crowd loves Beckham and the fans clap and cheer for him. F. The Spanish newspaper suggests that the team manager only signed on Beckham in order to sell more replica shirts. G. A game at the Real Madrid Stadium goes fully for Beckham and his team. Okay, so what is the order of the event? So we have a D, F, C, G, B, A, and E. And now let's move to part number 2 of our lesson today. In chapter number 1, teamwork and competition. Now in part 2, we have the topic out global, call Kim Sang-soo a man of the people. Now look at the aims and objective of the lesson. This lesson aims at helping you master some key vocabulary related to business terms. And now it gives you the opportunity to practice scanning skill in reading. So what do we do before we read? Now I would like you to use the context to refer to the meanings of the word. Now, so what are the ways to find out the meaning of the word from context? Now look at the clues. Number 1 is the example. Number 2, opposite meaning. Number 3, you have to base on the word refer to definition or explanation to find out the meaning of the words. Punctuation, dấu chấm câu. The logic of a sentence, and in another sentence. So look at the sentences and find out the meaning of the word from the context. So number 1, Kim Sang-soo is CEO of LG Electronics. So in this sentence, you have to find out the meaning of the word CEO. Now so it is the Chief Executive Officer. And now in question number 2, we have to find out the meaning of the word rallying. Now look at the context. The manager seemed happy that Kim has spent the day lecturing and rallying them. So rallying, organizing and encouraging. Now exerting and blaming. C, boring. D, complaining about. So what does it mean, rallying, organizing, and encouraging? Now look at number 2. Kim Yang-ki, a VP of LG Electronics. VP is mean Vice President. Now look at sentence number 4. LG's revenues jumped 18% last year to $17 billion and net profits rose 33% to $556 million. So in this sentence, we have to find out the meaning of the word revenues. So now look at the 4 definition here. A, interest on the debts. B, earnings before expenses and taxes are deducted. C, earnings after expenses and taxes are deducted. And D, salary for employees. Now, so what is your choice? Yeah, it is answer B. And number 5, with the same sentence, but in this case, we have to find out the meaning of the word net profits. Now look at A, B, C, and D. And what is the answer for this? Net profit means, earning after expenses and taxes are deducted. Now, let's move to question number 6. Kim wants to lift LG up to the level of the biggest company that have a global brands. So, in the sentence, please find out the meaning of the word global brands. Now, look at the word global and brand and find out its meaning. It is names and symbols known around the world. Now, number 7, please. The advanced Korean market provides a testing ground for the new technologies. So, a testing ground. Please find out the meaning of this phrase. A large amount of soil for planting. B, a group of skilled scientists and technicians. C, a laboratory for creating new inventions. And D, a place to try out the latest products. So, what is the answer for this? A, B, C, or D? It is D. And now look at sentence number 8. Kim grew up on a farm and admits to being more comfortable visiting factories than in his spacious office in Seoul. Now, please find out the meaning of the word factories. A, manufacturing plants where products are built. B, places where products are stored. C, center where ag compounds are planned. And D, administration offices. So, factory in this case means manufacturing plant where products are made. And now let's move to the next activities. In this part we have opportunity to practice our reading skill, scanning. So first of all, what is scanning? Scanning is a reading skill that you read quickly to find particular bits of information. When you read for business, numbers are very important. So you can pick up information about business by scanning for numbers and seeing what they mean. So in order to scan, please follow the following steps. A, think of what you are looking for. B, move your eye quickly through the text until you find it. Do not pay attention to anything else. And stop and record the information. Now let's have a practice for this. Now please scan for number. Now look at your reading text. Scan the text for the number needed to fill into the blanks below. So number 1, Kim Sang-soo is years old. He began his career years ago. LG Electronics revenue for last year were dollars and its profit were dollars. Samsung Electronics, LG's main competitors, had revenue of dollars. Number 5, in Korea, percent of households using the internet have high-speed access. Number 6, Kim took over LG appliance business in the year. Number 7, under his guidance, sales in LG appliance business reached $1 last year. Number 8, Kim likes to hold breakfast meeting for top executives every morning. Now, so look at the answer. Now, in this part now, before we come to the reading that, I would like you to look at the picture of this man and read the text. On your book, page 33 and 34 and 43, 44 and 45. So, in the last slide, you have a look at the picture of a man and please answer the question. Are there any special thing about the man in the picture? And now, the second question, what methods can you think of to inspire people to work together? And for you personally, what inspires you to work with others? So read the text and please complete the following exercises. Now, the first activity for you is to look at the text and circle the number of statements below you think best expresses the main idea of out or about. And please answer why it is better than the two others. Now look at sentence A. LG Electronics is South Korea's second largest electronics firm and now seems to be increasing its revenue at a rate that is much faster than that of its competitors. B. Kim Sang-soo rose from being a farm boy in a tiny village to CEO of LG Electronics, and his unique character and skill are mainly responsible for this company's growing success. C. Kim Sang-soo provided great inspiration for the managers of over 300 suppliers at the rally and party he organized for them, as well as giving them food, drink, entertainment, and personal contact. So, what is the main idea of the reading text? It is, main idea B. And now the next activity. In this activity, I would like you to find out the meaning. The meaning of using metaphor. Nào nói lại nhé. Nói lại. In this part, we have to understand the metaphors. So, what is metaphor? Metaphor is an implied or suggested comparison made by using a word or phrase associated with one thing to describe something completely different. So metaphors mean you. Look at the example. People compare Korean drink with Vashot bite. And now let's have a comparison between metaphors and similes. So simile is the way to compare two things. Similes are different from metaphor because they contain the word like at in the sentence. For example, the boy is like a pig. In the metaphors, we do not contain the word like or as. For example, the boy is a pig. Similes means so chậm. Let's practice metaphor now. Below are example of sentences showing the common usage of certain verbs. The verbs are also used as a metaphor in the reading selection. So work along or with your partner to find the example from the reading selection using the same word as a metaphor. And please look for the meaning in the surrounding sentences. Then explain what is being compared to what. The first one has been done as an example. So look at the example. Now, the common usage of bark. For example, the dog barks as people pass the yard. So in the article, the barks is used in this sentence. Great company, he barks. So, now look at the metaphor in the sentence. Now, we compare the way Kim shout and the barking of a dog. And now let's find out the metaphor in the following sentences. So number 2, we have the dog jump over the fence is the common usage of the word jump. So now please find out the way of using jump in the article and then write out the metaphor here. Number 3, common usage of chant. The people in the temple chant religious songs. So what is the usage of the word chant in the article? Please write out here and write out the metaphor in the sentence. What is compared to what? Number 4, cavorte. Now look at the common usage of cavorte. The young couple cavorte in the field. Cavorte means leap and flung around. So write out the sentence that consists of the word cavorte in this article. Please here. and write down the metaphor. What is compared to what? And number 5, now let's look at the usage of slice. Example, the boy slice means cut with a knife. Yeah, some cheese for his sandwich. So write down the sentence that use the word slice in the book and write out here. And now write out the metaphor. And now number 6, we have a common usage of the verb to storm. For example, as it was storming outside, we stay in the house listening to the thunder and the rain. So write down the usage of the word to storm in the article here, and then write down the metaphor. Now look at the answers. Yeah, number 2. Now look at the way people use the word jump in the sentence. Now revenue jumped 18% last year, and the metaphor is here is the way revenues arose being compared to something that jumps. Number 2, use it in the article. Great people, great company, they jump back. And the metaphor, the way employees respond is being compared to religious chanting. Number 4, the usage in the article, Kim walked in a mock pit. And the metaphor is, the way Kim jumped around is being compared to leaping and prancing. Number 5, Kim's slice cost. And now metaphor, the way Kim decreased cost is being compared to slicing a piece of cheese with a knife. And number 6, he stormed about LG factory and office. And now the metaphor, it is the way Kim visited factory is being compared to a storm. And now let's move to the next part, comparatives. What is a comparative? A comparative is made when two words are combined to make one adjective. Tịnh từ kép. Now, comparative may be one word only. For example, life plus long, we have a lifelong. Or home plus sick, we have a homesick. But when the comparative comes in front of the noun, it is modified, it is hyphenated. For example, Jet designs state-of-the-art building. Now look at state-of-the-art. It is a compound adjective. Đây là một cụm từ kép, And when it's before the noun building, it is hyphenated. And remember, the compound adjective, state-of-the-art, come in front of the noun, it modified building, so it is hyphenated. However, look at the sentence. The building is state-of-the-art. The same adjective is state-of-the-art, but it is not in front of the noun, it modified. So, it is not hyphenated. Not hyphenated. So let's have practice on comparatives. Now match it comparative on the left to the noun it is modified on the right. You can scan the article to find its compound adjective and noun. Be prepared to explain the meaning if recalled often. So we have ear numbing, flat screen, high speed, knee deep, low cost, low end, snow cover. And on the right we have asset, Japanese company, TVs, products, pop music, mountainside, in rice paddies. So look at the answer we have. Now in the next activity we will find out the meaning of some words or phrases. And now in this part, we have to find out if the word on the left are the synonyms or the antonym of the word on the right. So we have ascend, Julie, croon, Julike, goals, innovation, non-liquid, OD, spur-on, stoop, stratosphere, tireless, turnaround, vicious, and rigor. And now we also have a move down, code, scream, copy, operatives, same old thing, ordinary, new song, discourage, bend over, underground, lazy, complete change, cruel, nasty, and weakness. So look at the answers. Yeah, we have an answer like this. Now in the next part, I would like you to focus on the testing, the general testing practice here. Now in this part, we will focus on multiple choice question. So look at the strategy, people can use when taking a multiple choice test. So first of all, you have to read the answer first, and then look for an answer that seems right and complete the question smoothly. If the question asks why something happened, then the answer must indicate a cause. And remember, try to eliminate any answers that are clearly wrong. And please note the wording of question. Look for qualifying phrase such as "what of the answer below is not true." Now, statistically, the least likely correct answer on a multiple choice is the first choice. When in doubt, pick the longer of the two answers. Now, remember, the most important thing is that only choose an answer even if you are not sure which one is correct. And now the following sample include two sections from a test on reading comprehension. They are similar to sections on standardized exam given at many universities. You may find this test tricky. More people can improve their score on this kind of exam through practice. It means that, your reading skill will be better if you have more practice. Now, exercise number 1. The questions in this part are based on two paragraphs about historical events. Choose the one best answer and answer on the question according to what is stated directly and implied in the paragraph. Now, look at the reading text and finish the first question. Question number 2, question number 3, and question number 4. And now look at paragraph number 2. It is a reading text, the reading text here. And we have a question number 5, number 6, and number 7. And now, question from number 8 to number 10. So look at number 10 first. Now, so what do we do in this part? Choose the answer closest to the meaning of the original sentence. Please note that several of the choices may be factually correct, but you should choose the one answer that is closest restatement of the given sentence. So we have a number 8 here. Now number 9 and number 10. Now, and here are the answer of the question. Now, thank you for the lesson today.